Got it, Sully.
Hey, we had to throw the a wake up call to you over there.
Oh, I'm here. Come on now.
Well, hey man, I'm shooting you text in the morning. What's going on? You're out of the zone here for a few hours.
Well, the problem with the text messages, Sully, is that the ringer on my cellular phone, it's not quite loud enough.
All right.
It's not quite loud enough. And, I was so wound up last night being at Paulsboro, Delsey's wrestling match that it, just kind of took it out of me.
Yeah, let's talk about that match. I mean, I know last weekend you were talking about it, how you were psyched up for that match, and obviously a great match, number 1 versus number 2. What did you see in that match that maybe you didn't expect?
Well, I don't know that I saw anything that I didn't expect, but I did feel like maybe I thought Delsey might have handled its lineup a little bit differently, and what they ended up doing with bumping Edison Echeverria down to 120 from 26, that I kind of expected. They put a freshman, Tim Spatola, down at 26, and he's usually at 32. I thought maybe they'd bump him up for 38. They didn't do that, and Paulsboro ended up getting a pin there at 26. Paulsboro got some bonus points early, kind of stacked them up there in the middle of the lineup, which is where they're strongest, down low and in the middle. And then Delsey battled back, but they didn't get enough bonus up top. They needed to get a lot of bonus points up top. They didn't get them. And that was that. Paulsboro ended up winning by, I believe it was 14, and clinched it with about to go. So Delsey, they had some kids who didn't come out for the team. We weren't sure if Brad Dubzanski was going to wrestle last night. He ended up not coming out either because he's going to play he's going to pitch for the University of Kentucky, I believe.
Right.
But he did wrestle last night at heavyweight. He got a decision. But a couple other kids didn't come out for the team that I think a lot of people expected to be out for the team. And because of that, it certainly swung the power and South Jersey to Paulsboro's side. So Delsey really needed to win the toss. That didn't happen. They needed kind of the stars to align, not necessarily all the way, but they needed things to go their way a little bit to win last night, and that just didn't quite happen. And when Paulsboro took care of business, they did what they've grown accustomed to doing over the years. They stayed off their back and they got some bonus points for themselves.
Mark, what's on your radar this weekend? Any big quads today or anything?
Yeah, I'm headed up to Moorestown for the Jack Welch duels. I believe Egg Harbor Township down your neck of the woods will be there. Collingswood will be there. Bound Brook and Del Barton, 2 schools that are fantastic teams in the middle to the top part of the state, will be there. So it should be some good wrestling today.
What do you make of Egg Harbor Township? They've gotten off to a great start in the dual meets and really have some nice wrestlers with some good experience. They could be a team that really stacks it up in districts and regions.
Well, they have good balance, and I think when you're talking about these team competitions, that is exactly why they're suited for that. I think when you look at a guy like Coleman, when you look at a guy like Bo, you look at Agostino, those are 3 guys right off the top of my head, and they've got a couple other weight classes where they can kind of stack it up too. So I'm interested to see them. They're experienced. They're certainly very talented. I kind of, between them, Collingswood, and Egg Harbor Township were our 3, 4, and 5 teams. We had the Hermits at 3, and then we had, I believe we had Collingswood at 4, or EHT at 4, and Collingswood at 5. One way or the other. I'm interested to see how that shakes out. I want to see if any of those teams could possibly get past Delsey at number 2. So today should be a good test, and if I could see EHT and Collingswood, then that would be great, because then you'd figure it out right there.
Right.
But, yeah, EHT is deep, and they're solid.
Yeah, St. Augustine's having a pretty nice year, too. We weren't really sure about them. They have a pretty young lineup. So have you got a chance to see them at all?
I have not seen the Hermits yet. And I know that my colleague Josh Friedman will see them today and has seen them already, I think. It's you know how it is, man. It's tough to get out to see everybody so early on, especially when people are wrestling out regions, stuff like that. But I will say this for St. Augustine. They'll wrestle anybody. And I think today they got Eastern, Gateway, and I'm trying to think who else they have. Somebody else in a meet at home. But then next week, Sunday, they have Collingswood and at TCNJ, which should be a pretty good event, pretty good occasion. Kids out on a college mat get that type of experience, early morning wrestling on a Sunday, which obviously you can never get enough of that, right? Everybody loves early mornings of a Sunday wrestling.
Yep.
And so I think that St. Augustine is going to be right there. And I see them with Collingswood as kind of splitting hairs. But then again, same with Egg Harbor Township. I mean, these three schools are very, very close.
Yeah, it's going to be a real neat quad today. I mean, you're talking about Gateway's a solid team. They got the Menino brothers, and Solomon just got his 100th win, former Cedar Creek guy. And Eastern, really, they're always a tough team. They've given Egg Harbor Township fits in the playoffs over the last couple of years.
Yeah, Eastern's got some really nice kids this year. I say nice. I mean, they're good wrestlers. I don't know that they're nice on the mat. I wouldn't want to see them. But they've certainly had a nice season. And Gateway, like you said, there is talent there. There is a little bit of star power there, I would say, with the Meninos, Reggie Davis, Timmy Sparks, Andrew Solomon. They got 5 very, very solid kids. And a couple other nice role kids as well. But Eastern has a pretty nice lineup. They're in our top 15, our mean 15, and they've proven why. You'll be able to see some very solid kids there. So St. Augustine, that's one thing I don't think anybody can ever take away from Billy Ward, the coach down there, is that he will put anybody on the schedule, and he'll do what's best for his kids, and that's to put them through the grinder. And I think that's great. I wish more teams did that.
Talking with Mark Trible of the Courier-Post, some high school wrestling. Mark, who's the team in maybe that 10 to 15 range in your Me 15 that could maybe open some eyes here over the next couple of weeks?
Well, I think Cherokee certainly opened a couple eyes there by beating Camden Catholic the other night. Camden Catholic is solid. They finished second at Virginia Duels in their particular division. But I look at a team like Northern Burlington as a club that really, really could be solid. They beat Buna last night at the Welch Duels, and if Northern Burlington has a kid by the name of Fred Miller, who is just a tremendous talent. He's not the biggest kid. But man, he is a heck of a wrestler. He reached states last year. If they can get him back up about 182, 95 maybe, but 82, he's had to deal with some personal issues, is what I was told. But he's expected back this month. So Northern Burlington's right there. They're already kind of up there for us. Like I said, they've got some good wins under their belt. They've got some very good wrestlers. They always do. But if he can get in the mix, then that changes their dynamic around a little bit. Anytime you can add basically 4 to 6 points every night out to your lineup, when your lineup's already strong, you're in good shape.
Good stuff as always, Mark. We're up against the break. Got to let you go, but we'll catch up with you next week, buddy.
Yeah, you got it, Sully. Have a great weekend.
All right, man. You too. Thanks, bud.
See ya.
That was Mark Trible of the Courier-Post.